perfect. And look, and one of the things that I think was the best about it, let's get right into this. We're going to evaluate the keys to victory. Will, I think the coaching staff was watching us because we were spot on, buddy.
They were.
Come on.
Absolutely tuned into our show. We got to get a little victory bonus on that.
I need something, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. What was your first key to victory, man?
All right. So my first key was to make Jalen Hurts beat us by throwing. That we couldn't let him run, and just be that dual threat that he is. And we did. But some of that was, I think that was the Eagles' strategy. It was like they both coordinators were playing it. Del Rio was not blitzing much.
Nope.
He was relying on our front four and just saying put pressure, but make sure he throws it. And that's what the Eagles wanted to do. I think a lot of that came from the fact that they thought back to that first game and said, hey, we torched them in the air. Let's do it again, tonight. And they started off doing it. I mean, they scored 14 points in the first half, and they scored them quick.
Yeah.
When they had those touchdown drives, they were moving the ball on us. They had some that they were very efficient. It's like, oh no, here we go, man. Are we gonna be able to keep up with it? But we did. We made Hurts beat us throwing it, and our defense held up to the challenge. He had less than 200 yards passing. He had less than 200 yards total, or just at 200. 175 and 28. All right, so he's just over 200 yards. We really kind of bottled him up. So that was fantastic. We said, all right, Jalen, beat us with the pass, and he didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, one of my keys was stop the run. The last time we played him, we held him to 62 yards on the ground. We shut down that running game completely. And this one, they had just under 100. But we shut it down. And Miles Sanders, he had 50 some odd yards, and then Jalen Hurts had it's about 28, almost 30. But we shut down that running game.
Yeah.
As when you do that and you shut down that running game, they don't have the ability to now go deep. If we're playing, like you said, we're not blitzing. We have our guys back watching for the pass. There's a lot of time when Jalen Hurts almost saw ghosts in the pocket where it was like he'd look one read and then all of a sudden he's starting to scramble up, and then our defensive line is able to swallow him up in there. And that's because they couldn't rely on the run until the second half, when all of a sudden now they're gashing us and they're coming back into the ball game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing was stop the run, make them pass, and we were ready for the pass. We were more prepared for that. And I thought that was good, but we did do that, in my opinion. 94, almost 100. It's something, but we're stopping it for the most part. What else did you have, Will?
All right, so my second key to the game was have the pass set up the run, and I was focusing on ball control. So we actually didn't necessarily do that. We sort of did the opposite. We were running the ball. We weren't running it very efficiently, but we were running and getting a purpose. We were getting 3-4 yards on first down, 3-4 yards on second down. And so we were setting up third and shorts. Yeah. That makes that a lot more manageable for Heineke. And that also, at third and short, changes what the defense can do. You can't blitz him, because if you blitz Heineke, he's either going to have a hot read or he's going to run it. Right. And so it really put the defense on their heels when we were doing that. And we had our methodical drives by doing that. We doubled them up in possession, 40 minutes to 19.
Yeah.
And it's because we had 4 long drives. In the first quarter, we had a drive of 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Second quarter, we had a 6-minute drive and a 7-minute drive. And then in the third quarter, we had an 8-minute drive that bled over into the fourth quarter. So we were doing our thing here: run, pass, run. It takes us all 3 downs to get a first down, that type of stuff. But we were just eating up clock. And what happened then, just like you just said, they were cold. We kept their offense off the field. We kept the biggest weapons on the sidelines, and we were controlling the game.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the other ones that I said, Jamin Davis had to have a big game, and I believe he did. 9 total tackles, 5 of them solo, and then definitely had that fumble recovery Also had a questionable face mask where he jerked Goddard's head down. But look, he was all over the place. One of the things that Ron Rivera was talking about when he was on iHeartRadio, he was just in wrestling, like I was talking about before, is he was saying there's a certain trust and a confidence in Jamin Davis that as now fostered into this year because he's starting to learn the system, because he's being more reactive. There are certain plays where they called it out. They were talking about the one against Indianapolis where Jamin shot through. That was personally he said I'm picking you out, you go, and he went through, he made the play, and boom, there it is. And that that changes certain parts of the game. So there's a confidence in him, and especially with Holcomb being out. And Holcomb, they still don't know if Holcomb's will be back this week. It's just Jamin Davis took it upon himself. He stepped up. He did what we needed him to do. And slowly but steadily, he's getting to the type of linebacker that we need. And in this game, he had a good game in the first time they played. And, I mean, he just equaled it in this one, man. So
I think that the thing you said there, did it with Cole Holcomb out, is the biggest jump from first year to second year. Because remember what happened when we got injuries on our linebacking core and we were starting Milo Eifler and David Mayo out there. And in our COVID games at the end of the season, Dallas and Philly just crushed us over with our linebackers. They crushed us with their tight ends and just running passing routes that the linebackers had to cover that we couldn't do it. All right. And that's so the difference with Holcomb out this year, how Jamin Davis, he's flashing a little bit on defense. He's playing steady, but most importantly, he's not flashing for the wrong reasons like he was doing last year. Right. That's what's key. He's not getting caught in coverage nearly as much. And you're right, he's playing real good. So the other guy that I highlighted was Kendall Fuller needed to have a bounce back game. I'm saying that. And boy, did he, because again, the same thing from the first game, they were going to target him. They targeted him in the first game and they torched him.
Yeah.
So they went after him in this game too. And he played very well. There were moments when he played well in man coverage with pass breakups. There were moments where he played very well in zone and he saw what was happening and jumped the routes. He played exceptional, as did, our overall corners in general.
Yeah.
But Fuller had that bounce back game that we needed, and he's starting to play a little bit better here too. There was a lot of criticism, and beginning of the season, mid-season, that we're paying him all this money and he's not performing, and he's gotten to become that steady player. I don't think he's ever going to be that dominant corner that you want if you pay a QB or cornerback one money, but he's playing solid.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. And going along with that, one of the things I said was we need to steal possessions. We need to win the turnover battle. We definitely did. 4 turnovers, 2-2. And, look, we saw the Jamin Davis fumble recovery. And obviously the Casey Hill one was just kind of, that was access. That was at the end of the game. So that, really doesn't count. It's more for padding the stats. But, Forrest, who got interviewed late in the game, had the game of his life, having the interception, having, the fumble recovery on a great recovery play, on a play that was, Watkins had us beat. And honestly, that's more, in my opinion, on Jalen Hurts, because if he throws that straight up the field and leads them, we weren't catching him. We were so beat on that play, but the fact that he kind of brought him more into the middle of the field made Watkins fall over, and then all of a sudden, Benjamin St. Juice gets the opportunity to come in and hit him. And just a perfect, a fortunate, amazing. Just like a whole ray of emotions where you're sitting here like, oh, what? Come on, let's go, it's a fumble, let's go. It just changes up. So, but it was something that we needed to do. We needed to steal some possessions. You think about, we got these turnovers, we got the long field goals off of it, or it even I think we got the field goal later in the game when we got the fumble, and in the first half, did we get a field goal off that, or
I can't remember right
have to
now.
go
I'm
back and
sorry.
look.
Yeah.
But we did get points, and even if we did not, we took time off the clock, which definitely helped and kept their offense cold. But we had to steal possessions in that ball game, and that's it. I mean, that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did. Yeah. So, yeah, buddy. So yeah, those were our keys a week ago. And yeah, yo, Johnny, you're exactly right. St. Juice, that play was awesome, and he played awesome in this game.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.